In the fall of 2017, people gathered in Las Vegas, Nevada to listen to their favorite country music stars. Fans thought it would be a safe day, however, it was not. They gathered in Paradise, Nevada, outside a few streets away from the Mandalay Bay Resort for what was known as the Route 91 Harvest Country Music Festival. One person changed the positive vibe of that night. It was a resident of the state of Nevada. His name was Stephen Craig Paddock. Stephen was born in Clinton, Iowa, to parents Benjamin Paddock and Dolores Hudson. Stephen grew up thinking his father was dead due to a car accident, because that is what his mother always told him and his three brothers. But really, his father was in prison for bank robberies that he would commit in Tucson, Arizona, and even broke out, leading to him being in the FBI's most wanted list. In an episode in my other show, Blackberry Inc., I'm gonna cover Stephen Paddock's father, because that is a high-profile case as well. During Stephen's childhood, Dolores moved with him and his siblings to Sun Valley, California. They were a low-income family living outside Los Angeles. Dolores took on various roles as a secretary to earn an income that best supported their family. Stephen and his family had all grown up with anger. However, he was the least violent. He was a math genius, quiet and reserved. Paddock switched high schools 2 times. After transferring schools many times, he finally graduated from the Francis Polytechnic High School in 1971. Stephen then received a college degree in business administration in 1977 from the California State University in Northridge, California. While in college, he worked his first job, a postal worker, in the Los Angeles Post Office. He then changed jobs and started a career with the IRS after obtaining a degree. After that, he would move on to work for an agency of the United States Department of Defense, known as DCAA. He was then offered a better position as an auditor for a private company that sells aerospace and defense equipment to the U.S. government, known as Lockheed Martin Corporation, and took on the offer. He finally retired, and with all the money he had saved up, he started a real estate business with his brother Eric. Stephen and Eric would buy homes, remodel them, and put them out for rent. During his years of work and a career, Stephen lived in the greater Los Angeles area. But after retiring, he purchased properties, Freya in California cities, Panorama City, Cerritos, and North Hollywood. He then owned 2 apartment buildings in Hawthorne, California, and Mesquite, Texas. He sold both of them in 2012. With the real estate business, Stephen's net worth became $2 million. He would continue his operations within the business, but as well took on a hobby that he would master, gambling. He would relocate to Mesquite, Nevada to live his retirement life, and would constantly head to Las Vegas and play in the city's casinos. With experience that he gained from playing so much, he started winning the games more often and earned extra income. Aside from his family, he only had a girlfriend from the Philippines, but no children and 2 ex-wives. Both divorces occurred in LA County, California. Stephen had bad anxiety, dating back from many years. The gambling elevated this anxiety. He would then start seeing a psychiatrist and taking prescription medication. He afterwards started acting strange. Stephen would purchase many guns and start collecting them. In September 2017, he rented out a hotel room at the Mandalay Bay Resort in Vegas, and made many trips there to transport suitcases to the room. Inside the suitcases were guns he was transporting and the magazines of the guns. He would also transport physical paper magazines, books, and newspapers into the hotel room. This went on for many days. Stephen brought his laptop with him and would do research regarding festivals in Vegas. He became very interested in the Route 91 Country Music Festival across the Mandalay Bay Resort that he would have a view from in his hotel room. With his girlfriend's ID, he rented out the room next to the one he had already been renting out, and there was a door in between those rooms that he would start using. On the night of October 1st, 2017, the Route 91 festival was happening. Country music star Jason Aldean would take the stage. Stephen had built a fort off the books, newspapers, and paper magazines he had collected. Around 10:05 p.m., he would start playing his song, When She Says Baby. During the song, Stephen would start shooting one of his rifles through the glass windows and towards the festival's crowd. He would then start switching rifles and continue shooting at the crowd. People started screaming and running away. Law enforcement, including the SWAT, would start taking action into finding this shooter and taking them into custody. Jason Aldean's When She Says Baby was badly interrupted and he was rushed out of the stage. Stephen then shot himself and died by suicide. Law enforcement investigated where the gunshots had come from and found Stephen Paddock's dead body, which was shortly after identified with an ID that was in his possession. His death was then confirmed as a suicide by gunshot. He was cremated and the ashes were given to his brother Eric, who lives in Orlando, Florida. Stephen Paddock calculated the height of his hotel rooms and how far each rifle could shoot. The shooting was absolutely premeditated. He had become a Muslim beforehand. In total, Stephen shot about 1,000 rounds of ammunition. The festival was ruined and never done again. The hotel rooms that he used were repaired and remodeled. Stephen was friendly and helpful to others. He never informed his friends or family about any struggles, and apparently did not get the right medical attention that he needed. Nobody knew he could do this, and a specific motive of the shooting has not been discovered. In total, 59 people died, including himself, and 869 were left injured. 2 injured women suffered severe wounds and later died in the years 2019 and 2020. The properties that Stephen owned have either been sold or given to his siblings, mother, and girlfriend. Thank you for listening, and please share this podcast to someone you know who may be interested in true crime. Don't forget to follow the podcast and like this episode for more content. Till next time, goodbye.